Good afternoon, comrades and Labour voters here in Great Yarmouth on Sea. If you happen to be in my ward especially, this is a reminder, just because we're wearing red, to vote for Mike Smith-Clare, your local Labour candidate. Got any issues or problems about even getting to the polling station? Obviously, email Labour and we'll tell you all you need to know. Not a problem. Okay, this is really going to be directed about last night's debate with Jeremy Corbyn, of course, and Boris Johnson. Two names, two people facing off against each other in a TV studio with a guy probably got more of a bald head than me. Man, I like that Bonce, man. He's got like the, yeah, he's definitely got more of a chrome dome than me, hasn't he? I was impressed, mate. I like the chrome dome. Yeah, and he's got like a bit more down the side and it's more sort of total chrome at the top. Yeah, tell the guy. I like his hairstyle. Thought Jeremy Corbyn's beard was probably looking better than mine, Jeremy, and you're 10 years or so older than me. Jeremy, I'm impressed. You looked great. Okay, you looked absolutely great. And man, I'll tell you what, I got these glasses a while ago because I've been looking at you in your glasses and I think you look pretty cool. And these babies, by the way, NHS. Just so that you know, comrades and people of Great Yarmouth, I'll give the optician a bit of a plug, and I'm not associating him with my politics or anything, yeah? Mr. Schörner, German guy, we speak a bit of German sometimes, a lovely guy. Spends ages and ages with his patients. Great for conversation. Look, before I wander too far off, let's get back, shall we, to the great meeting last night. You make up your minds if it was a win or lose thing. I really couldn't care less. You judge what you want. I watched it on Sky and I pressed the old forward button sometimes because, frankly, I'd heard it so many times, even I was beginning to get a bit bored. Do you know what? Even I get election worn out, yeah? But pulling himself up back to a full 5'8", no mean feat, yep. Okay, how did it go? What did I learn from it? Well, nothing I already didn't know. On this one, I didn't count how many times Boris said, "Get Brexit done." I want to actually, I should have a little clicker in my finger, in this hand maybe, because I'm right-handed. Every time I get a "Get Brexit done," I should go click. Another "Get Brexit done," click. I wonder how high the counter could go up. Well, I don't think it got said a lot last night, yep. So that part of Boris, well, what he's always saying. What else did I notice? What did I particularly notice from Boris? Oh, yes. Oh, as if he wasn't going to try and get this one in, as well as a "Get Brexit done" in. Boris, the blondie, said Corbyn supported the IRA. Yeah, they're still trying, aren't they? They're still trying, aren't they? If, as the BBC reckoned, this thing last night was to convince voters who haven't decided, undecided voters. Hello, undecided voters, vote Labour, vote Mike Sinclair, Great Yarmouth. Yep, I like Mike. Anyway, undecided voters, right? If that's what the thing was supposed to convince or unconvince, I really wouldn't be wanting to vote for somebody who said that the man who was part of the team that negotiated the Good Friday Agreement, along with a wonderful woman who will have my respect, respect to her memory, respect to her legacy, respect to her family and friends and all that she left behind. A wonderful woman, an absolutely wonderful woman. Respect to Mo Molam. We got the Good Friday Agreement. People stop killing each other in Northern Ireland. Quite important, that, isn't it? My youngest, well, my oldest son, I think, get his age right again, 22 years old. That happened more than 20 years ago, I believe. Yeah, there has been, quote, peace in Northern Ireland. and believe it or not, you do have to talk to both sides to get an agreement for peace. Okay? Just think about that. And Boris on the, you know, it's an IRA supporter. Can't vote for an IRA supporter, can we? Okay, so that much aside, right? Jeremy, well, I won't even comment on all the positive stuff the man said because it's there for you all to see. Why should I just reinforce further what he said? Do you want to keep the NHS? Kind of hope you do. Sort of hope you do. If you want to keep it, vote Labour, yeah? Because, okay. I mean, do you want to get Brexit done quickly? There's another one, because Boris harped on about it, didn't it? Brexit done. And I don't know if it got in or not. If anyone noticed it, please put it in the comments. Did Boris get in a reference to oven-ready Brexit? Or did someone get in a reference to oven-ready Brexit? It's like that old advert that used to be on the telly when I was a kid about, I think it was the British Meat Marketing Board or whatever, were trying to sell lamb, probably around springtime. Not much good if you're a lamb, I suppose, but they were trying to flog lamb and they were going, slamming the lamb, bang, and there was a picture of a hand and an oven door closing. So Boris's oven-ready Brexit must be a bit like slamming in the lamb. So, yeah, it's going to take a bit longer than that, Boris. Something like 7 years. Oh, my cat's come behind the TV set. Right, okay, so that. Okay, final one. I'll try and make this under 8 minutes, okay? Final one. A lovely little, the bit that sticks in my mind the most was when the questioner asked, what should politicians do when they make promises they break? And actually this will relate in a sense from Corbyn's remarks on Northern Ireland and the peace deal as well. But what should they do when they make promises that they break? Boris, tight close-up on him. I can't do anything like close-up with this camera, but can you imagine the kind of camera coming in close like that? Close-up on Boris. I'll step back because you don't want to get that close to my face here. Okay, tight close-up on Boris. Yeah, and he's going on about, well, I think they should bring their manifestos into the House of Commons and they should be on their knees. And they should crawl up the House of Commons on their knees, like climbing the steps on what I believe called the Catholics would call the Via Dolorosa. Yeah, climbing the Via Dolorosa on their knees and whipping themselves with their manifesto promises and all the promises that they'd broken. Okay, perhaps the questioner was being light-hearted, but Boris, his answer, even to a light-hearted question, told me a lot about this man. How serious does he think all this is? It told me that this man thinks this is all a bit of a jape. It's all a bit of a laugh, isn't it? It's a bit of a jape, and me and my rich friends just treat it as a bit of a laugh. We can break promises. We like breaking promises. We can break promises to help people, support people, build houses, help people who are sick and disabled, deal with the homeless crisis, deal with children from families so poor that they go to school without coats on in minus goodness knows what. Not so much there, is there? Not much. Not much. Jeremy's answer was easy. It related to Northern Ireland. It related to what Labour is going to do. Okay, that's it. Under 10 minutes, okay? Just under 10 minutes. It's coming soon. Vote Labour. Put people before profit. And as I've said before, even if you don't love Jeremy Corbyn, you don't have to love him. You just have to vote for his policies and the policies of all of us in the Labour Party, whatever our current status. We're associated with that party, and we want you to vote for Labour, not specifically Jeremy Corbyn. Bye.